This is a prediction list. This is literally a list built on what Konami has done time after time again. And again, I'm normally fairly accurate on these forbidden lists. We're gonna be chatting just a little bit. Just a little bit. We gonna head to the crib in a little bit. TCG wise, guys, keep it TCG. Let's unban Pot of Greed. Sheesh. All right, somebody's on a one-track line. Ironically, banning Pot of Greed or unbanning Pot of Greed isn't the worst draw card you can unban. I don't like good cards. Toad, awesome. I hope Desires goes back to 3. Gazelle to 2. Zeus is already at 3. Dipshit. Unban Zodiac Broad Bull. Maxine to 3. Yo. Broad Bull the 1. You guys are weird. Unban Anaconda. I think you guys are ridiculously toxic, okay? But what's crazy is that you guys know out of all of the content creators, I am the most accurate when it comes to predicting cards that are becoming or coming off the forbidden list. You guys know that, right? And Cali to 0 has been a thing for a while. That's Cap? Sheesh. Who's more accurate than me? Yo, I'm kind of offended. You can go check the Carfax. Most accurate, guys. Like, my accuracy is as good as me betting on you not getting a girlfriend. It's the same thing. It's guaranteed. Y'all know Cali never miss. Most entertaining, definitely. Accuracy that's up in the air. Yo, when I say cards come off the list, they come off the list. We get so much right. It's ridiculous. Oh, Instant Fusion to 1. We got that right. Book of Moon, Skill Drain, Astrograph Sorcerer, Pantheism. I can go on and on and on. I just can't think of them right now, but I could literally go on forever. Yo, why are y'all holding me like this? Why are y'all doing this to me? We've gotten so much right. Your name should be TheCaliEffect. All right. How about this? I am going to correctly predict the next forbidden list. How does that sound? It's not going to be hard. I can't even explain why these cards are going to get hit, because Konami never does that. If I don't get any of these cards right, if I just completely strike out, all right, I have to play the worst deck imaginable. Like, this gonna be some bad stuff. What are my predictions? See, that's exactly what I need. What makes this forbidden list a little more complicated than any other forbidden list, Konami is definitely on the side of changing their philosophies again. One of the biggest things that I've noticed about Konami, what they do, they tend to make a ban list alongside of a set. For example, when Dimension Force came out, very quickly after, we got a forbidden list. Way before the Dimension Force season or any of the seasons begin. We're currently 1 week in the Power of the Element season, and we don't have a forbidden list. I do think that we will be getting a forbidden list next week. The week after, not this upcoming week that you guys are seeing, but if this video goes to YouTube, it's the week, we're getting it towards the end of August. So what is a card that I think is going to be banned? I mean, you guys literally, if you've seen any of my earlier videos, you probably should know what I'm going to say is going to get banned, right? It's going to be Chaotic Ruler. Easily Chaotic Ruler to Chaotic Magical Dragon. And the more I start speaking about Chaotic Ruler being banned, the longer it starts to make sense. So when you unlimit emergency teleport to 3, and there's always been a mistake that comes out with unlimiting emergency teleport, Konami deliberately did that and then pushed more psychic support. I think it's very unlikely to hit the Punk Engine, but you do have to prevent combo from being so prevalent. When players decide to like go herp combo, splashing Punk in every single deck, it's Chaotic Ruler to Chaotic Magical Dragon. Like, they never go for any other Synchro 8. It's literally just make Chaotic Ruler and try to get into as many Light and Darks as possible. So banning Chaotic Ruler to Chaotic Magical Dragon solves 2 problems. The first thing that it solves is that you can't splash Chaotic Ruler, obviously, in every deck, which means you can't splash Punk Engine in every deck and get the exact same results. And the second thing that it actually accomplishes is that little combo that players have going on is one of the backbones to some of the best combo decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it completely kills them up. So definitely Chaotic Ruler to 0. A lot of people have been talking about stuff like Artifact Scythe and Mystic Mine and shit. Like, are you guys stupid? Like, you're thinking Konami's here to fix shit? I personally don't have any other banned cards, though I kind of do. Banning Shaddoll Winda. Crazy thing is, it's not banning Shaddoll Winda because it's busted. It's really balanced. I know it sounds like ridiculous, but if I remember correctly, last year, you guys were talking about, oh, we're banning Shaddoll Winda because busted. And this is exactly what I mean, that Konami decides to ban cards where they're kind of least relevant. So a ban to Shaddoll Winda isn't because Winda's broken. It's actually a check to the tier limit strategy because we did address combo decks and now they're a lot less combo-y. Another thing about Winda is, you're right, turn 0 Winda is really toxic, but the most balanced thing about Winda in past formats is that it requires you to play not so great cards like Shaddoll Fusion, right? Because Shaddoll Fusion's not a terrible card, but it's not a great card because you either need to A, have Shaddoll cards in your hand when you're going first, or B, your opponent already has to have a special summon monster, which is typically stronger than Winda, or you have to play like the Dogmatica package, which isn't necessarily terrible, but comes with its risks, and then getting that all situated is just way too much. But now tier limits can literally just make Winda for free. Like, it's no drawbacks. There's no drawbacks to summoning Winda now. So, I mean, that's all I got for ban. The only real ban is Chaotic Ruler. Then potential Winda hit, depending on how Konami wants to do it, for limited. You guys are not gonna like this. So time after time again, Konami is notorious for looking at the OCG and be like, yo, that's how they solve the problem. Let's not do that. A lot of people really want Totally Awesome to be at 0. Hitting Sprite indirectly, kind of like how we hit tier limit indirectly, is the correct thing to do moving forward because you're still going to buy Sprite, you're still going to buy tier limit, and there's still going to be very good decks. Instead of banning Totally Awesome, there's a very simple Konami TCG move that can happen, which is just limit Swap Frog. Like, if you limit Swap Frog, you literally get the exact same results without banning anything, without it's the same thing, and it's so Konami. You guys can't tell me that is literally not Konami. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. They're like, yo, you banned the problem? I will limit this other card. Like, they do that every single time. Fortunately enough, this actually may seem a little bit too smart for Konami because this kind of does take care of the problem in itself. You can't go gigantic Splite to summon the Swap Frog to send the Ronin. You need another frog to be able to summon the Ronin, which makes the Sprite board a lot weaker. Why would you hit dupe? I literally limited Swap Frog. Why are we hitting dupe? Like, this doesn't even make sense. Callie is speaking big brain right now. Well, we know Astrograph Sorcerer is coming off. It's telegraphed that Astrograph Sorcerer is going to come off more than one, but only going to focus on cards that actually make an impact. Ban Call by the Grave, that could happen. All right, so another thing that I think Konami likes to address coming into new seasons, they like to clean up some of the older decks, but they don't like to kill them. The Adventure engine, this is one of those like iffy spots because we know Adventure is still getting support, but we also know that Adventure isn't its own deck yet. The way that they're making new Adventure cards really wanted to be its own deck. So with that being said, I think Water Enchantress of the Temple or Rite of Aramesir. I'm not 100% sure on which one. I think one of those go to 1 this list. It doesn't kill the deck at all. It still makes the deck very playable. It just makes it less consistent. Water Enchantress to 1 makes Rite of Aramesir really playable, or it could go like both of them semi-limited. I think that works too. Both of them semi-limited could definitely hit. I had Outlet Scarlet Sanguine at 1. For semi-limit, it's going to be Branded Fusion. They already hit Fusion Destiny to 2, and you've seen how it ruins the consistency of decks that like to splash those type of engines inside of the deck. Branded Fusion to 2 does the exact same thing. Keep in mind, these hits only exist if Konami is literally starting to like create a clean slate. Like, just like, yo, you gotta play Power of the Elements type decks in on forward. Then these happen. If not, if they're thinking like, yo, this format's still cool, then I don't think these happen. Solomon Great Gazelle to 2 because, you know, Solomon Great's best deck. Come on, best deck, guys. That, like, we get Gazelle to 2, dog. Y'all better start watching out. Like, seriously, that's pure copium. But it could happen, right? And lastly, I have Pot of Desires to 3 because Pot of Desires shouldn't have been on the list in the first place. That was just that was ridiculous. What about Spiral cards? No. The purpose of the Forbidden List is to make cards come off the list that don't do anything, not to make you happy. Was that too strong? I literally broke down what could happen on the Forbidden List, and there's a lot of hopium and copium going on here. Did I do it too well? This is why I'm accurate, guys. This is why I'm accurate. Hulk will somehow dodge another ban list and someone on Discord will DM me pin best deck. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think Hulk completely dodges another Forbidden List. Why? Because Hulk is only good because of Chaotic Ruler. Like, The only deck to consistently abuse Hulk right now is Chaotic Ruler decks. I think we should decide on what trash deck you're gonna play. All right, we'll have to see. Red Eyes? Why you doing that to me, dog? Why you horning me like that? Dog, Aurora Dawn is banned. What the fuck is wrong? Yo,